guys, thanks for joining us. This is Tech Out Loud's first product review, and it's going to be the iPhone 5. I know Andy would be cringing at the moment for our first video review.
And he's not even here.
So let's get into it. So let's bring it in.
Chris already took off the wrapper.
Side view, the big 5 on the box. All right, in a moment that we've all been waiting for.
Oh, insert music.
Dun, 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 dun. The iPhone 5. Look at this beautiful display, the white variation. I'm just kidding. This is just the Alex's 3G.
This is not the iPhone 5.
That's not the moment you've been waiting for. Now, here we go. And
here it is.
Here it is, the iPhone 5.
This out of the way. There it is.
The long-awaited iPhone 5, 4-inch display, LTE variant, AT&T 16GB version of the black model.
Yeah,
we'll leave it at that.
All right, the phone's been already turned on and activated by Chris. He couldn't wait. So here we go.
Here we go. We have our look at the new display. While going to some photos. Here, a photo I took of the building we're in. You can.
That is where we shoot Tech Out Loud.
Shoot some of the stairwell, the vivid colors, the way the screen just pops. It's really great. The responsiveness. We have the new maps,
which you'll give us a demonstration with. Can you find one of the bridges, or do you have one of the bridges on saved?
I have to go to New York. I think I'll go to New York.
New York City. There
New York
it is.
City.
Is it very noticeable?
I think so. It might take a while because the area where we're shooting
we don't have
the greatest connection. The maps is kind of laggy. Sorry for the poor internet speed because it's just again where we're shooting. The camera has been updated. The CNN app is a lot more vivid. You notice it's a lot.
It utilizes the space
Yeah.
that current apps in the App Store do not because of the larger screen size. That crashed.
But I'll go into mail. You'll see some of the mail features.
So I guess
you'll have VIP, flag, iCloud, and everything else that's here. You have your Facebook app that's been optimized for the screen. There's a lot of apps that haven't been optimized yet for the iPhone.
Do you have one on?
You have the notification features now that introduce Twitter. And when you go to Photos now, let's go back to Photos, it'll give you a new option now to go to, you can either mail it, message, photo stream, assign a contact, Facebook, Twitter, print, copy, or use as a wallpaper. It's very cool. Instead of the old function that said to wallpaper or message, there was the only kind of thing they were giving you. At the time, the new YouTube app, the standalone app that Google has made. Alex, do you want to talk about anything else?
No, that pretty much covered it. It's just a short review,
It's
really.
a very short review.
They added features like Do Not Disturb. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Do Not Disturb.
Basically,
you can turn it on.
Only people who you specify.
You go to your privacy settings and, oops, sorry. Now you go to, still trying to learn the little layout of
the new settings menu, because there's a lot of new added features.
There's so much stuff now. It's I don't want to say it's a hindrance, but at the same time, it's a lot more than I'm used to with iOS 5. Do Not Disturb is a pretty cool feature. If you don't know, you basically set it to a certain time where you don't want to be bothered because you're sleeping, and then if you do want someone to call you during that time, you now have the option to
specify that person. Right?
Yeah, and instead of just having the option. Some things that have changed that are noticeably that I don't like automatically is the keypad for phones. If you notice, no more the black display, blue with black lettering. It's now white, and it's a big turn off for me.
It looked like they used more of the screen.
They did,
buttons.
But I mean, I'm not a big fan of this layout, the design for the keypad. I like the old style.
Black.
Alex will unlock his phone. Keypad. The old keypad. I was more, he's a little side-by-side comparison to 3G, which is also the same size as the 3GS. But you notice the old blue screen. It's been bigger, expanded now, so with the 4-inch display. You have the keypad is different with the white lettering. Voicemail has been the same. Everything, your normal layout, the way to go. Siri is a lot more responsive, in my opinion. Alex has seen it. What do you think about Siri on the iPhone? Because we know it was just a gimmick, but the way it's been using when we use Wi-Fi, it seems. I told you it was a pretty really cool device.
Yeah.
I mean, even though for something that's still in beta, it's a lot more responsive than it was with the iPhone 4S. I feel like Siri was let out too early. I think it would have been a better enhancement to have Siri come out now for a device that is way faster and more capable of handling Siri than it is with the 4S.
You've had no problems with Siri so far. It has gotten every single one of your commands correctly.
Correct.
Weather's been accurate.
The only thing that I would say Siri messes up on is maps, because then that's more of a native app problem, if anything, and that's the Google.
Right, because this is what I got to work with here. Let me see if I can find it here. Nope. That's not it. That's it. Voice control. I do have a jailbroken iPhone, so I tried experimenting with some applications that kind of simulate the iPhone 4's interface. Basically, it's not Siri, but it should be able to see now. I have to blur that, but
that's okay.
It's very inaccurate. Let me see here.
I think it's basically it.
It's
about the iPhone. You have the newsstand. You have your generic apps. Nothing really has changed or has been added, in my opinion, to the home screen. You automatically will notice that there's 5 rows instead of 4. They do offer more rows on the iPhone. 5 instead of the 4, 4S, 3GS.
Right. So, do you have any other apps that don't utilize the full screen? To show that compared to...
Yeah. Let me launch Twitter. So you can see to my Twitter, I haven't signed into my account yet, but you'll notice you almost can't tell on the black screen that there's bars right here and right here that hasn't been optimized for the full screen, going back to the CNN screen where it's fully optimized for the iPhone 5 display.
Right. So I think that really much covers up the phone. Everything else is pretty much iOS 6 as far as hardware goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's very sleek. It's a great looking phone. The Retina display is really good. It's smooth. It's a great alternative to if you waited like me, for a person who's had the iPhone 4 and didn't find that the 4S was a significant upgrade or worth the money to spend. It was definitely a game changer from Apple. They're saying it's the most innovative, revolutionized iPhone 5 out there on the market, and it is. It is better. It has LTE. It does have a bigger screen. It has things that we haven't had from iPhone, but at the same time, it has everything other Android devices and Windows have had.
Right.
What would you give this, Alex, on the scale of 10?
I would give this phone, hardware-wise, 9. I would give software...
I would say an 8 or a 7.
Yeah.
For software.
7.
Yeah.
For me.
Or I would say, yeah.
Again, I'm not impressed. I'm kind of bored. But that's my opinion. There's a lot of people who are new iPhone users.
I'm going to give it an 8 for iOS. Just basically for dependability and the reliance. You're able to use it without a problem. It's not going to crash on you all the time. Well, maybe like my app because of the internet connection. But it's something people are familiar with and are able to use, and it's it's friendly no matter who picks it up.
Yeah. Before we go, we have the AirPod. We don't have the Lightning connector because Chris left that at home.
I left it at home, but you'll have the new headphones, which are a lot more ovally shaped on the front, and then when you turn to the side, they have like this weird. I don't know, Alex. What would you call that?
I don't know.
It's kind of
very unique.
It's like a teardrop kind of look.
Yeah.
Sticks out. They do fit in your ear a lot more snug, in my opinion.
But it depends on each person.
Yeah.
So I mean, some people will love it. Some people
the volume quality is a lot better on here than I recently had on the older, cheaper, generic iPhone 4
Which I did
iPod
not-
Touch
I didn't
headphones.
like.
They're garbage. I think no one liked them, but they were a sign back in the day of status. When you had the white headphones, you knew that someone had an iPod or an iPhone.
They must have sucked, but you see everybody with them.
They're kind of like the new iPhone headphones are like Beats headphones. They're like the new symbol of status. You have Beats headphones.
Now we see everybody with the Beats earphones.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's actually probably a good idea for that kind of phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the
iPhone 5 review. Little box put right there.
Yeah, I know.
Headphones. Again, it's probably the best iPhone 5 on, or not iPhone. iPhone 5 is the best on the market right now when it comes to iPhones. If you have the 4, I would recommend upgrading to the 5. If you have the 4S, if you tired of a bigger screen like me and Alex have been complaining for, I would upgrade. If you had the 3GS, I would upgrade. Everyone is.
If you're like me and have the 3G, I don't know what you're doing with your life.
Exactly.
You should not be owning a 3G at this point.
But thank you for tuning in for our first video review.
All right, guys. I'm Alex.
And I'm Christopher.
And this has been a Tech Out Loud review.